Go to September of 2023. So this is 27 years after Shakur's death. And Davis was arrested near his home outside of Las Vegas and taken into custody. And since then, after he's been charged with the murder of Tupac Shakur, he and his legal team have been working to get him out of jail and to get his case thrown out. Now, we can say definitively he has lost both of those battles. He has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. He's supposed to go to trial in March, but I want to explain a little bit more about this. So earlier this month, Davis's defense team filed a motion to dismiss the case. And as part of his argument, he is pointing the finger, seemingly, at Sean Diddy Combs as the one who really is responsible for Shakur's death.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts as we dive deep into one of hip-hop's most enduring mysteries. Today, we're peeling back the layers of the shocking allegations that link music mogul Sean Diddy Combs to the tragic 1996 murder of rap legend Tupac Shakur. Is there more to this story than we've been told? Let's uncover the truth together.
Diddy starts hanging with the Southside Crips, right? The Southside Crips allegedly get offered by Diddy, right, $1 million to kill Suge and Tupac, right?
Due to
the beef, the fake East Coast, West Coast beef, which is really a beef between
two labels.
No, between two niggas, Suge and Puff, Pac and Puff, Suge and Jimmy, Pac and Jimmy.
Gotcha.
Right? So Southside get offered this allegedly get offered this $1 million from Puff, right?
Right.
To kill Suge and Tupac, right? According to Keefe D, right? Now, this is where Reggie comes in, right?
Okay. And that was your way to kind of tie in Diddy. I just want to make sure that we're clear on that. Okay.
Yeah, right? So this is where Reggie ties in with Diddy, Keefe D, and all of them. I believe, personally, that Keefe D, knowing that now, in New York, after Pac and Snoop and the Angie Martinez situation happened, they fly back to California. That's the last time Pac and Snoop saw each other, right? According to Snoop, he says, yo, cuz, you going to the fight, cuz? And Pac, yo, man, get out of here. And
for nearly 3 decades, the murder of Tupac Shakur has been shrouded in mystery and speculation. And now, in a development that's making waves across the music world and beyond, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, a former gang leader, has been arrested and charged with Tupac's murder. But the plot thickens. Davis has implicated none other than Sean Diddy Combs in orchestrating.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. We are following new developments in the case of the hip-hop mogul who is facing RICO charges in New York, Sean P. Diddy Combs. Court TV has just confirmed that the family of Tupac Shakur is investigating a potential link between the murder of Tupac and Sean Diddy Combs. This coming from attorney Alex Spiro, who represents Tupac's family. Now, this investigation had been previously reported by unnamed sources, but earlier today, Spiro confirmed to our Court TV team that he and a team of investigators has been hired.
Sean Combs allegedly had business dealings with Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who will go on trial next March for the murder of Tupac. This was back in 1996. Some have speculated that Diddy ordered Tupac's death. That, of course, is just a theory at this point, and we are monitoring the developments in both the Tupac murder trial and the federal indictment of Sean Diddy Combs. So a lot of information to come on that one.
In the case that continues to roll on, let's bring in National Trial Attorney Michael Jafer just to talk about this new news of an investigative team that is been hired by Tupac's family. We don't have more details about what they found so far and exactly what avenues they are taking to do that, but what does that say to you? What do you think is happening, and how serious is this when someone hires an investigative team in a murder trial that's being handled by authorities, but this is a private entity requesting this?
Julia, I would say landslides don't happen slowly, right? You'll be standing on the side of a mountain admiring its beauty and glamour, and then 1 second later, you're buried in mud, right? This does not shock me. This does not surprise me. I can promise you this is not the last thing that we find out about people investigating Diddy and what he's done. This is not the first. We know of an attorney now who represents hundreds of families who are suing him for, alleged, freak-offs and sexual misconduct. So what this tells me is that it's just a piling on. Pretty much people knew for decades what we're going to start finding out things that people have speculated on for decades. And
let's rewind for a moment. Back in the 90s, the East Coast-West Coast rivalry wasn't just a media frenzy. It was a palpable tension in the air. Two towering figures in this saga were Diddy, then known as Puff Daddy, leading Bad Boy Records, and Suge Knight, the notorious co-founder of Death Row Records, with Tupac as his crown jewel. Now, according to court documents, Davis claimed that Diddy offered him a staggering $1 million to eliminate both Tupac and Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for that. They was youngsters, man, kids.
But once again, I mean, y'all Crips, right? So he should be used to that, right, Dre? So why was
he wasn't ready for that? Everybody got a role, man. Everybody ain't killers. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna kill.
So
everybody
Dre,
ain't
he
with
wasn't
that.
a shooter?
No.
Okay, so, but he was the one that was supposed to shoot up Tupac and Suge, but for some reason, he wasn't ready for it, so he gave the gun to Orlando, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And Orlando is the shooter. He's the known shooter. I mean, everybody know Orlando Anderson was a shooter. So Dre got cold feet. He didn't want to do it. He gave the gun to Orlando, and Orlando shot Tupac and Suge.
Yeah, he did his thing, yeah.
Now, let's be clear about something. Anderson has always denied that he was the killer. In fact, he died just a few years after Shakur in another shooting. The other men in the Cadillac, DeAndre Smith and the driver, Terry Brown, they are also both dead. But Davis told a lot of this information to Los Angeles and Las Vegas investigators as well. And this is after he apparently became a confidential informant for a task force that was looking into the murder of Christopher Wallace, also known as Biggie Smalls.
This wasn't just a petty squabble. This was about dominance in the hip-hop world. Diddy has consistently denied these allegations, maintaining his innocence. But let's dig deeper. Bad Boy and Death Row were battling not just for record sales but for cultural supremacy. The stakes were sky high. If we believe Davis's claims, could it be that Diddy was ready to do whatever it took to win this war? Think about it. In his memoir, Compton Street Legend, Keefe D described how he was in the car from which the fatal shots were fired. A chilling confession. But why speak now? Is this a play for a plea deal? Or is there more truth to it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. The Shakur family isn't taking these claims lightly. They've hired high-profile attorney Alex Spiro to investigate any potential connections between Diddy and Tupac's untimely death. This move signals a renewed quest for justice and truth. But let's talk about Alex Spiro for a moment. He's no stranger to celebrity cases, having represented stars like Jay-Z and Mick Jagger. With him on board, this case just got even more interesting. In a recent interview, Tupac's stepbrother, Mopreme Shakur, expressed doubts about Diddy's denials. He revealed that Diddy personally reached out to assert his non-involvement. Now, imagine getting that phone call. What would you think? Mopreme remains unconvinced, suggesting that the full truth has yet to emerge. This echoes the sentiments of many fans who have speculated for years about the real story behind Tupac's murder. And there's more. Let's not forget the infamous encounter between Tupac and Diddy at the Soul Train Awards in 1996. Eyewitnesses reported a tense standoff, with both entourages on high alert. Was this just part of the show, or a prelude to something more sinister? As the legal proceedings against Davis unfold, the world watches with bated breath. Will this case finally shed light on the dark circumstances surrounding Tupac's murder? Or are we headed for another dead end? A courtroom drama that fizzles out without answers? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. So, what do you think? Is there merit to these allegations? Or is it just another conspiracy theory to grab headlines? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're at it, smash that like button if you love deep dives into hip-hop history. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on this unfolding saga. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.